Madam Chair, thank you, and also, again, congratulations on your recognition of your tremendous work. Grace is focused and been focused on water, obviously being from California sharpens your focus since the day I met her. So she has been a tremendous advocate for WRDA bills, for the Corps, and these necessary projects. As was stated earlier, this was a tradition reinstated after years of lapse by former Chairman Bill Schuster, and we have continued it and fully intend to continue it again this year. And as the ranking member pointed out, we passed the bill unanimously in the House, not once, not twice, but 3 times with some modifications because the Senate can't legislate. So we passed a bill. I negotiated with then Chair Wicker. We came to an agreement on some changes. We passed it again. And then I don't remember why we had to pass it the 3rd time. And finally, we only got it passed by melding it into the giant year-end omnibus, which required a new set of negotiations with Senator Shelby, who wanted further changes, somewhat diluting what we'd wanted to do, which was spend down the accumulated balance of taxes collected from the American people of $10 billion, while our harbors was dedicated to harbor maintenance starting under the Reagan administration. And I had twice passed bills out of this committee when the Republicans controlled the House, but Paul Ryan hated the idea personally and had it taken out in the rule each time, even though it had come out of committee unanimously. And then when we took over, we finally were able to move legislation, but the first bill we couldn't get done, and the second bill we did. So we finally freed up the Harbor Maintenance Trust Fund, $10 billion. Instead of spending it out in 5 years, which I have proposed, it'll be 10. But this is money that will be well spent. I mean, the Corps of Engineers, if you look at all of their obligations and duties across the United States of America, has a critical asset backlog of about $40 billion. So even with the major amounts of money in the IIJA and freeing up the Harbor Maintenance Trust Fund, the Corps is still going to have to choose and set priorities among its projects. And that's why we're here today, to hear from members for critical needs in their district so we can help the Corps, which is now better funded but not totally adequately funded, to best divine where to put these limited resources to help communities all across the nation deal with changes, with deteriorating dams or levees or, jetties, breakwaters, harbors, or new threats that come with sea level rise, severe weather events, climate change, and it's good to hear from our colleagues. We restored earmarks in the appropriations process, community development, community-oriented projects. We restored them through a very lengthy process in our INVEST Act. Unfortunately, got blown off by the Senate. Members of Congress often know the needs of their district better than some bureaucrat in Washington, D.C., or a bureaucrat in the state capitol controlling the money. So I fully support this process. I'm looking forward to hearing from our colleagues and helping to set priorities in the next WRDA bill. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. DeFazio, but you should also be aware that